Here's another one from Awesome Business Curriculum. This is an activity where students get to experience dynamic financial statement dashboards, and they get to build out their scenarios and learn all sorts of cool things. So let's go check it out. Here's the dashboard that students will have access to. They fill in the pink cells. I have 3 dashboards that the students fill out: the balance sheet, the statement of cash flows, and then one that's how you are taxed. And this is a really fun one we'll look at. But let's look at the balance sheet first. So this is a pretty traditional balance sheet. They come in, they put in their information on their checking and savings accounts, any real estate that they have, and you can build out scenarios to illustrate this. I just added some dummy information here. It gets at liquid assets versus non-liquid assets, and that's a really important thing in finance. It totals out their assets, and so you can see in this case 441,000 of total assets. Then we get into liabilities. We have current and non-current liabilities, or long-term liabilities, and so you can see how that all builds out. And then we get down to their net worth. So in this case, 263,000 of net worth, and we got this all built out with some graphics here to show how your assets look and how your assets to debt look and your debt ratio. So pretty interesting. That's the balance sheet. Again, it's all dynamic. If they come in here and change information, like let's say it's a $350,000 house, this will all update and be reflected in their total assets minus total liabilities and their net worth. Hey, let's go look at the cash flow statement. So again, I just entered some dummy data here. So I have them enter bi-weekly salary. Students, high school students especially, they understand their bi-weekly schedule. So that's what I show them. But then I calculated it out to a monthly salary. Then check this out. This is dynamic. This calculates how much taxes are getting taken out from their federal income tax, state, etc. And I got this all built up on a model in the background that they don't see. And then, so now we get down to net income, so gross versus net income. They start adding in their expenses, their fixed expenses, their variable expenses, and then allocations of their surplus. So, are they saving? Are they doing any investing, etc.? And again, I have these cool charts here that show them, hey, this is my overall income, or my salary kind of, and then this is how much I'm taking home, and this is how much I'm paying to taxes. And it's just a graphical way to show them how much they're taking home out of the 6,000 versus being taxed. We also have income to spending and savings, and so I didn't enter any information here, but if rent was $2,000, you could see it starts to add up. All right, now I think this is the coolest one. I didn't understand this, by the way, until I was like 35 years old. And so to think that a high school student will understand this is really cool. Here is a worksheet that dynamically shows them how their taxes are calculated down to the bracket. And so let's go check this out. They can either enter an hourly wage, so if they make $20 an hour and they work 20 hours a week, or a yearly salary. Let's just keep it at a yearly salary. So they enter that information, what it gives, and then they enter deductions. So there's a standard deduction. So they get to choose, are they head of household, are they single, and it'll calculate the deductions that come off of their taxable income. So check this out. Their total yearly gross income is $100,000. But because of these deductions, they have their gross taxable income. And then let's go down and look at how taxes are calculated. So I have total federal income tax, I got state tax, and I got Social Security and Medicare. They get to come down and see and learn about all these tax brackets. So this is federal income tax. This person is, in this scenario, $100,000 a year, is taxed at the 24% tax bracket, but it's progressive, so they're taxed at these rates in these buckets. And so it all adds up to about $15,000 of tax for the federal government. State government, I'm from Minnesota. This is how our tax bracket is scheduled out. I know Florida and everybody's different, but I just built this for this one. As a teacher, you can talk about the difference. Social Security is taxed at 6.25%, and Medicare taxed at 1.25% of their gross total income. So not the taxable income. So students get to come in here and they get to play, and it'll all update dynamically, and they get to see, hey, this is my income, my net income. This is how much I'm taxed. Hey, lastly, I got the couple cool charts here that I'd love to show you. This is showing you how the government spends its federal income. So 10% on defense, 13% on education, etc. This shows where the government gets their money. So payroll versus individual income taxes, etc. Corporate income tax, etc. So we can see that a majority of the federal government is funded from us, from our federal income. And students love seeing this. It puts things into perspective. Hey, that's the project. Students love it. It's very dynamic, and you can play with it, and the students can have a lot of fun with it.